So we have here the router DIR-809. The idea is to set a connection to the router via QR code as Telmex wants. So in this case we have the router, and then we can see here my Android phone. So you can see I have installed the QR, the Wi-Fi QR code generator. So the idea is to develop the application. So firstly, let me show you that now I'm connected to another Wi-Fi network. So you can see here currently I'm connected to one of our network that we have here in the MX. So and you can hear the link DIR-809. So I'm not connected to it. So the idea is to establish that connection. Then okay, I will use my application generator Wi-Fi, boom. Okay, and then I just delete Latam and the link, and only with the first D my application can read or can scan my router, in this case the link DIR-809. I choose it, and then I need to write down the password that I edit. So in this case I configure from 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by WPA2. So in this case I only click here on generate, and now my QR code has been generated, and then I click on save. Okay, now my code is saved. So if I click here on save it, I can check my application has saved the link DIR-809. If I click on that, I have now my QR code. So the next step is to use this code in order to connect to the router, as I mentioned, using only my QR code reader. So now previously I have saved this QR code that I mentioned. So is this one. So then I will use my phone through QR code generator, QR code reader. I will open it, and then I will read. And, okay, I will do again, accept. The system is asking me to if I connect to the link DIR-809. I just click on accept, and automatically you can see here, and the link DIR-809 is now connected. So the next step is that, okay, with this step is enough, and at this moment I can surf by internet. I can do anything. So the next requirement of Telmex is, if Telmex want to say if the final user want to connect to the GUI, it's important that we do the following action. For example, as I mentioned in the previous document, we use an application that help us to generate the QR codes. So as I mentioned in my last report, I show an example on how to use this kind of application. So in this case, I have also saved this code, and the next step is also to use my QR code and then to read such code. I only click on accept, and immediately I'm launched to the GUI, the wizard of my on my router. Okay, you can see here. Now I'm connected to the user graphic interface. Login, and you can see. So basically, the idea, if you remember that document, I'm showing how to use this kind of application. So I hope this will be useful for everyone. And as you mentioned, what about if user have a confusion? Not because if you print the code, and if you indicate that one of code is to connect to the router and the second one to connect to the wizard, I think it won't be produce a confusion. And finally, the user Telmex is requiring this kind of QR code by mandatory way. So thank you for your collaboration.